Welcome to Fireflies AI. This is a tool that integrates with video conferencing software, things like Google Meets, things like Zoom, things like Microsoft Teams, and it acts as a little agent in there and it transcribes the call. It also creates notes. It has smart features where you can ask elements about it. So it's a very handy tool. So if you are currently having meetings with the team internally, or if you work with clients, let's say you're a professional service and you have video calls, and you want to follow up, if you have any sort of consultancy business, this is invaluable. I myself have got a business where I work one-on-one with clients, and a lot of it is on virtual calls like Google Meets. And off the back of that, I assign them tasks, and it's a lot of my time spent on those tasks. Whereas now I can automatically transcribe, I can integrate with other apps, for example, things like Pipedrive, things like Affinity, and it can send tasks and automate that process instead of me having to manually write down and send or create tasks manually on things like monday.com, those boards. So it's very useful for me especially. So what I'm going to do is I've actually just already called a meeting. For you to do that, you just integrate it. I think you can sync it to Google Meet, you sync it to your calendar, or you sync it to whatever software you use. And then it will automatically, it will join the call, and then it will appear in the meetings tab. And you can see here on the right hand side, you've got the transcript. So it goes all the way down. On the left hand side, it's summarized the key elements. So it's got the key bullet points of the meeting. You can scroll down as any sort of specific notes. And there's also tasks off the back of it, which can be produced. And let's just say I had this meeting, what was it, 18th of March. So that was a few days ago. I've forgotten it. What I can do is I can click on this tool here, and I could ask Fred. So let's just say, what are the key tasks Lloyd needs to do off the back of this call? And then it can analyze the transcript. It can analyze the call itself, and then there you go. So it's actually broken down to weeks, ongoing weekly, once to 2 weeks, and then straight before. So again, I'm just reading this. It's like, yes, that's right. So I'm looking through that, and I can actually copy and paste that and put that into like a WhatsApp chat, or put that into like a Slack communication. So it's useful. It actually says, if you want to send this into Slack straight away, you can connect Slack. So again, I just mentioned that, and it suggested that, and then it's probably suggesting ideas of what to do. So off the back of it, so let's just say, oh well, yes, that's right. He's got to book a videographer in for a shoot. I can ask it, and it can expand, and it can help brainstorm some ideas. So based on what we were talking about, because again, I think obviously I had pearls of wisdom on that call. And I was trying to remember exactly what I was saying, because I didn't write down my notes. I was obviously in the zone. But it says here straight away, content topics. And do you know what? I'm actually going to post this to him, because that can be very useful. Bingo. There you go. I'm generally just going to copy that and paste it to him, because he probably is going to ask for what topics he can do, because, we always forget. So, yeah, that's honestly probably the majority of Fireflies. As I said, you could probably play about off the back of some integrations. I haven't explored voice agents per se, or AI skills. We can have a little look at this. Summarize your one-to-one conversations, generate ideas. We've actually been playing about with these already, and there's more. Analyze sales opportunities. Again, we could probably get a bit more feedback and financing, budget allocation. This is quite useful. There, financial goals, how to track. So we can turn on these features. Let's have a look at this. Competitive comparisons. Let's go back. Extract budget. What do we want? Coaching opportunities. What was this one? Only me. Again, this can be turned on. I suppose this is added active skills. Added here. Popular topics daily digest every day. So that can form off the back of the meeting and the conversation I've been having with Fred, the AI tool there, which kind of helps me, reminds me of what's What's been going on? For example, AI skills, coaching, sales coaching. What's this? This is the one we just added. Let's see what it says. And then it gives me feedback. Well, that wasn't a sales call, it was a client call. But still, if you have sales calls and you're recording them, then it starts to kind of give you a bit more data and areas for improvement. For example, my closing, I mean, that is self-explanatory. But transcript, that's clear, expressive close, and there's more steps. Yeah, this is a conversation with the client. Makes a lot of sense. However, very useful to know. But yeah, that's Fireflies. Anyone who does use video conferencing, it's invaluable because it enables you to get so much more out of the meeting and make that meeting, whatever you cover in that meeting, it continues the benefit of it, and it can help remind you, but also provide tasks and then break it down and analyze, like we're seeing here with some of these skill features. So, so useful if you are involved in video conferencing.